Welcome back. We're now into our rest and chill time where our bulk ferment and our cold ferment are going to occur. So at this point, you need to decide, do I want to bake today or tomorrow? If you want to bake today, you're going to bulk ferment for usually about 2 hours, then have a short cold ferment and then bake your loaf. If you prefer to bake tomorrow, you'll do your bulk ferment about 2 hours, then an overnight cold ferment and then bake it in the morning. And the choice is totally up to you. Both work wonderfully. Just remember that the cold ferment develops the flavor, so it will have a more sour taste to your dough. So you can either choose to work around your schedule or around your taste preference. It's totally up to you. And remember, the total bulk ferment time is temperature dependent. So if you'd like to speed that up and you have a proofing button in your oven, now is the time to use it. However, I find it sometimes gets a little too warm, so I will leave it in there for maybe an hour, and then I often turn the temperature off and just leave the light on. And that really works well. So how can I really tell if the bulk ferment is done? Well, there are lots of signs to look out for. Number one, we have our sample dough. It will give us a clue of when our bulk ferment is finished. It will have lots of bubbles on the side and look like a sponge, and will have risen usually double of its height. And then once we find that that happens, then we can pull out our dough and have a look at it. And it will almost double, if not more, in size and rise up the side of the bowl significantly. You'll notice it starts to pull away from the edges. You can see that here in the sample and the edges of the bowl or the banneton, and it will get the slightly domed appearance on the top. You'll find that the dough feels airy and soft and almost like a soft sponge. Then you can do the finger poke test. And in this test, you just poke with your finger and it will dent your dough. And if it slowly comes back up, then you know it's perfectly bulk fermented. And your relax time for your dough is over. So now it's time to decide, bake today or bake tomorrow, because it's time to chill. So we're going to cover our dough back up and refrigerate it. If you want to bake today, you're going to refrigerate it for about 45 minutes until your oven preheats to 245 degrees Celsius or 475 Fahrenheit. So if you're going to bake today, head on over to your oven now and place your Dutch oven or baking stone, whichever you're preferring to use, and preheat it to the right temperature. So if you've decided that you would like to bake tomorrow, either to suit your needs for your schedule or to suit your taste better because you'd like to develop the flavor further, then just go ahead and place your dough into the fridge to chill now, and it can chill overnight for 8 to 10 hours. This is your cold ferment. And when you take it out of the fridge in the morning, once the oven is warmed up, you'll directly score it and bake it directly out of the refrigerator, just like we're going to do now, as soon as our oven is heated up, and then we will score it and bake it. I hope you're as excited as I am for you to make a beautiful, tasty, artesian, gluten-free sourdough loaf. See you soon.